Have you ever caught yourself arguing with someone who wasn't even in the room? Or replaying a conversation, giving yourself the perfect comeback you never actually said? If so, congratulations. You have a completely normal, wonderfully strange human brain. Psychologists have a name for this: mental simulation. And it happens more than you think. In fact, researchers Matthew Killingsworth and Daniel Gilbert tracked thousands of people's thoughts in real time. They found our minds wander away from the present nearly 47% of the time, almost half our waking life, spent somewhere that isn't actually happening. So why does the brain do this? Back in the 1980s, psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky studied how we imagine alternate outcomes. They called it the simulation heuristic, our mind's habit of building what could have been.
Kahneman and Tversky discovered something surprising. The easier a scenario is to picture, the more it hurts. That's why missing a flight by 5 minutes stings more than missing it by 30. The near miss is simply easier for your brain to imagine. Your brain isn't malfunctioning here. It's rehearsing, like a pilot running flight simulations before takeoff. But for some people, imagination doesn't stay in the background. It takes over. In 2002, Israeli psychologist Eli Somer identified a pattern he called maladaptive daydreaming. He described people who could vanish into an inner storyline for hours at a time. Full characters, full plots, real emotional stakes, inside a world only they can see. For them, fantasy isn't a break from reality. It quietly becomes a replacement.
So where does this pull toward imagined worlds actually come from? One answer traces back over a century to Sigmund Freud. Freud believed daydreams were a form of wish fulfillment, a private space to get what real life won't give us. Winning the argument, saying the goodbye you never got to say, becoming the braver version of yourself. In healthy doses, this is a gift. It's how athletes prepare, writers create, and problem solvers plan ahead. Neuroscientists even trace it to a real brain circuit, the default mode network, which switches on the moment your mind drifts. The problem was never imagination itself. The problem starts when the imagined world becomes more comfortable to live in than the real one. So next time you catch yourself scripting a conversation that hasn't happened yet, ask one simple question. Is this rehearsal, or is this hiding? You have learned this. People who imagine fake scenarios. But do you know this? People who don't use phone? To watch this, click on the video appearing on the screen.